What was the biggest firefighter battle in the history of Texas? Brace yourselves as we journey back to the unforgettable inferno. Texas, a land of sprawling plains and towering peaks, has seen its fair share of trials and tribulations. But none were as fiery or as fiercely fought as the wildfires of 2011. This wasn't just another fire. It was a blaze that seared itself into the annals of Texas history, a fierce inferno that demanded the utmost bravery and grit from those daring to battle it. This was the year when Texas, a state known for its resilience and spirit, faced one of its biggest challenges. It was a year when nature unleashed its fury in the form of an uncontrollable wildfire. The location was Bastrop County, a peaceful region that was soon to become a battleground against a ferocious enemy. The stage was set. The actors, the brave firefighters ready to risk it all to protect their state, their people. The enemy? A towering wall of flames, unyielding, relentless. The battle had just begun. As the fire raged on, so did the courage and determination of those daring to confront it. Unbeknownst to them, they were about to participate in the biggest firefighter battle in the history of Texas. The stage was Texas, the year 2011, and the enemy was a towering wall of flames. The battle had just begun. The bone-dry conditions and merciless winds of 2011 set the stage for the most devastating wildfires Texas had ever seen. The state was caught in the lethal grip of a drought, the worst in its recorded history. The land was parched, the vegetation a tinderbox. Every gust of wind carried the potential to spark a disaster. And in the spring of 2011, disaster did strike. A single spark was all it took to ignite a firestorm. The flames spread at a terrifying speed, fueled by the high winds and dry conditions. Firefighters were immediately dispatched, racing against time and the elements to control the inferno. Yet, the conditions were against them. The high winds whipped the flames into a frenzy, and the drought-stricken land offered no resistance. The fire was relentless, expanding its reach with each passing moment. From forests to farmlands, from rural areas to the outskirts of major cities, no corner of Texas seemed safe. The firefighters were undeterred, their resolve hardened by the magnitude of the challenge. They knew the task in front of them was monumental. With over 4 million acres ablaze, the firefighters knew they were not just fighting a fire, they were fighting to save Texas. Amid the towering inferno, the brave firefighters of Texas stood their ground. The scale of the blaze was unprecedented, a roaring monster that devoured everything in its path. But the firefighters, these guardians of the Lone Star State, did not flinch. They knew the stakes, they understood the risks, and yet they chose to face the fire. Each day was an uphill battle, a grueling test of resolve and courage. They fought against gusting winds that fed the flames, against the unbearable heat that seemed to sear their very souls. Their tools were their shields, their strategies their weapons. They tamed the wind, controlled the terrain, and wrestled with the beast of fire, using every bit of their knowledge and experience. There were moments that seemed hopeless, moments when the fire seemed invincible. But in those moments, the true spirit of Texas shone through. Stories of heroism emerged from the smoke, of firefighters who ventured into the heart of the blaze, who saved homes and lives, who stood as the last line of defense against the raging inferno. Despite the overwhelming odds, the tireless fighters of flame pressed on, their spirits as unyielding as the Texas soil. When the ashes settled, the scale of the devastation and the heroism was clear. The aftermath of the wildfires brought an overwhelming wave of loss and sorrow. Acres upon acres of land were scorched, homes were reduced to rubble, and lives were forever changed. But amidst the wreckage, hope was found in resilience and unity. The magnitude of the disaster underscored the importance of proactive measures and the need for improved emergency response strategies. Lessons were learned, and new measures were implemented. Firefighting resources were bolstered, communication channels enhanced, and community awareness programs were launched to ensure everyone knew what to do in the face of such calamities. The aftermath also highlighted the heroism of the firefighters who risked their lives, battling the raging inferno. Their bravery, determination, and unwavering commitment were the beacon of hope in the face of adversity. They were the embodiment of the indomitable spirit of Texas. The 2011 Texas wildfires were not just the biggest firefighter battle in Texas history, they were a testament to the indomitable spirit of Texas and its brave firefighters.